I'm dreaming in dreams bigger than me, taking my time, giving to me.
Hi everyone, my name is Ash and welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. Also, please know how my hair looks. I just showered and it is 100 degrees and I am not blow drying it. But in today's chapter of my Summer Diaries series, I'm going to be giving you guys a reading list book guide for like teen and tween girls for summer, because I have always loved to read and I read a lot. I read like 50 books a summer actually, but I read a lot, and I know there are some books that have been like really popular right now, and I hope more people are getting into reading because I think it's a good hobby. So I'm going to be sharing my recommendations of what to and what not to read this summer. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into the video. Here's just a little preview of my bookshelf. I also have stacks on the floor because not everything fits. Starting off with like middle schoolers, tweens, the Wish books. I don't know if that's in focus, but this is the first one. There's like a whole series. There's a bunch of Wish books, most of them by Wendy Mass, who I love in general. These are cute like little fantasy magic books. They're really addicting, and there's a whole ton in the series, so that's definitely a recommendation of mine for tweens. As you can see, there are a ton of them and I love them. This next book is called Out of My Mind, and this is and forever will be my comfort book. There's also a movie based on Disney Plus, but the movie's not the greatest, but this is literally like my favorite book. It will forever be one of my favorites, and I think everybody needs to read this. I feel like you can all guess what I'm about to say next, but Percy Jackson. Besides the original Percy Jackson, there's also substitutes. There's the Heroes of Olympus, there's the Kane Chronicles, Magnus Chase, and there's Trials of Apollo. So they go into Greek mythology, Norse mythology, Egyptian mythology, and there's always like crossovers and stuff. If you haven't read at least the Lightning Thief in your life, please go do it, guys. You will not regret it. And also, don't watch the movies; they're horrible. The TV show is amazing, and Rocco Scopo is my boyfriend. But yes, read Percy Jackson. Now moving on to like 13, 14, 15. For reference, I'm 15, and I've always been like a pretty mature reader, but these are just my honest thoughts on some of the most popular books. So first off, The Inheritance Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Go get this. This is like the most addicting series. There's like cute romance. I love it. It's just overall an amazing series, and you guys would love it. I think it's one of my favorites. Also by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, the Natural series. If you're into like mysteries and detectives, this is also one of my favorites. It blends like teenagers like working FBI cases and like the emotional toll it takes with like actual cool detective stuff, and I also absolutely love this series. And speaking of the like mystery vibes, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, amazing. It definitely can be like a little intense. There's like murder and stuff, but it's also a really good series, and there's also a cute little romance. Next up is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. If you want to cry, go read these. Specifically the Powerful and Fearless. Literally, like, you're gonna sob into your pillow, but that's okay. You're gonna love it. So you're gonna love these. And also, I know the Shadow Me series has been so viral, and I did enjoy it, but I would only recommend it if you're like 14, 15, because there's some very intense like romantic tension, and also there's just so much that goes on. Like, you have to like really absorb the book. It was kind of a lot, but I do really like them. And if you're a Disney girl like me, the Twisted Tale series are a must. They are seriously so cool. They're ones for like every Disney story. It's basically like a what if story with the princess, so it's scary because they didn't get their happily ever after the way that it was like Walt Disney put it, and they're seriously so cool and addicting. The next series I want to talk about is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I loved this series. It's super interesting. The only thing is, I would only recommend it if you're like 14, 15, maybe 13, because the romantic tension is kind of crazy. I was like skipping on pages, so I was like, ew. But the like fantasy element is seriously so cool and addicting, and it's one of the best fantasies that I've ever read. If you're into cute romance, better than the movies, oh my gosh, it's so adorable. I actually love it. This is definitely recommend. And also the Semi-Tone Pretty book series is amazing, and if you think you know who Billy should end up with just by watching the show, you need to read the books. Then we have Stephanie Garber, Carlo. This one is kind of confusing, honestly, if you don't like really take in, because like a lot happens at once, but it's also a great book. And also the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. Oh my gosh, life-changing. This is one of the most underrated book finds in my opinion. I just stumbled across this like on Amazon. This is called The Gracia, and this is such an interesting book. It's like this dystopian future. It's just really interesting, and I feel like no one talks about this, and it should be talked about because I love this one, so you guys should go read this. And I feel like Sarah Deason books, I'm saying name, they just are the embodiment of summer in a book for me. I could literally read these. I finished this one literally a day. I could read these all day. They just give like summer and happiness, and really any by this author, they're a really good grab. I could yell about you guys about books for so long, but I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys got some good recommendations out of this and find some fun stuff to read over the summer. If you want any more specifics on any books, feel free to leave a comment below or email me. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video.
Slow down, you crazy child, and take the phone off the hook and disappear for a while.